Hi everyone, welcome to this Snowflake administration series. My name is Salman and I'm having 10 plus years of experience in the field of IT. This is the day one where we will cover the basics, introduction, architecture, edition of Snowflake, and if time permits, we'll do a quick UI walkthrough. By the end of this video, you will have a strong foundation to get started as in Snowflake admin. Okay, let's get started. Introduction to Snowflake. Snowflake is a cloud-based data platform built to handle large volumes of data with simplicity and scalability. I would say instead of large volumes of data, I would term it as in big data also. Unlike traditional databases, it is fully managed, require no hardware or software installation. So those who are admin guys, make a note of this point. This requires no hardware or software to install, and it supports multi-cloud environments like AWS, Azure, and GCP. Some key points you need to stay focused on. Some key points are there. Snowflake separates storage and compute. It has feature like elastic scaling. You can scale up or scale down instantly. Secure data sharing across organizations. And near zero maintenance. No need for manual patching or tuning. Isn't it magic for admin guys? We guys struggle a lot with the administration of big data platforms. So we can correlate like big data platform like Hadoop to the Snowflake. Okay, basically now Snowflake is cloud data or Snowflake is data warehousing platform, I would say, and Snowflake is cloud data warehousing platform. So just to differentiate. So we use big data term. This is for the beginners. Sometimes some interviewer asks this question: what is big data? So I would say big data is the problem to this industry. Basically, big data comes with three V's. Let me draw a diagram which will be easy to understand. Okay. So big data comes with three V's. What are those? Volume, variety, and velocity. Correct. So what is volume? So in this digital world, the data is growing exponentially. When I say data, it is structured as well as non-structured. But compared to structured, non-structured data is growing exponentially. Okay. How we can manage it? So this traditional database management system, they cannot manage this uh, like non-structured data. So basically there are two types like structured data. What is structured data? The data which fits into row and column, that we can call it as in structured data. Like this RDBMS system, they can process the data and give us some output. But the problem here is we came with the non-structured data. When I say non-structured data, it has multiple attributes. Okay, it is nearly impossible to convert that data into row and column format. What are the non-structured data? Like images, audio files, video, you know, and then some mails also are there. The social media posts that we do. Okay. So for these data, we do not have predefined data models or schemas. Therefore, it doesn't fit into relational database formats. Correct? So to process this data, we need some advanced technology like machine learning algorithm as to processing or something. Okay. We will have no understanding of two concepts. We started with introduction to Snowflake, but these are the core concept when you are dealing with the data industry. One is the problem, which is big data. What are those problems? Volume, variety, and velocity. Volume means the way the data is exponentially growing. We have some system in place to process, to store those data. Okay. Variety, structured, non-structured data. In non-structured data, we saw images, audio files. How to store this data? And if I want something out of this data, like social media post, I want to see the interest of some regional people, like Karnataka, Maharashtra. I want to see the interest of those peoples. So how I can process that data and get the meaningful output out of that data. So these are the systems, those are in place. Okay. Again, there's one more concept called as OLAP and OLTP that you need to understand. When I say OLTP, this is online transactional processing, and OLAP, online analytical processing. This is big data. Okay. Transactional processing means we are doing in the RDBMS. These are the real-time transactions, such as the RDBMS, the banking processing. Like if you withdraw some money from the ATM, it should immediately reflect in our database against my account how much money I withdraw, what is the remaining balance. And this OLAP systems like basically used for the analytics. Okay. So I hope this clears the picture about some big data key concept. Now let's move on to Snowflake. So now we know the big data problem. The Snowflake data platform is not built on any existing database technology. Point to be noted. It is not built on any existing database technology or big data software platforms such as Hadoop. Instead, Snowflake combines a completely new SQL query engine with an innovative architecture natively designed for the cloud. Okay. So Snowflake is a cloud-based data platform built to handle large volumes of data with simplicity and scalability. Unlike traditional databases, it is fully managed, require no hardware, require no hardware or software to install, and it supports multi-cloud environment, AWS, Azure, and GCP for now. Some key points. It separates storage and compute, which gives us the feature of scaling. Elastic scaling, scale up or down instantly. Secure data sharing across organizations when it comes, like when the data is processed. We need to share some data with the organization, so it gives us the feature like secure data sharing. Near zero maintenance, no need for manual patching tuning. Point to be noted, like we don't need to have anything like install, configure, configure somehow will do, install and maintenance, patching and tuning. Everything is taken care by Snowflake itself. So let's move on to Snowflake architecture. How the architecture looks like. So basically, uh, let's look at the Snowflake architecture. Snowflake is built on the three layers. Storage layer. Snowflake platform is built on three layers. Storage layer, compute layer, and then cloud services layer. Okay. When I say storage layer or database storage, all the data is stored in the centralized, compressed, encrypted format. We must have some encryption and compression of the data. The volume of data is very big. You don't manage disk or partitions. How do people give a shout out? The way we are doing the partitioning in the Hadoop, we don't need to do anything here. Snowflake handles it automatically. See, The work is done of Hadoop admin. The second layer is query processing. It comes with the virtual warehouses. Basically, these virtual warehouses are used to process the data. Compute resources are fully independent of storage. You can have multiple warehouses running queries simultaneously without performance conflict. You can have multiple warehouses running queries simultaneously without performance conflict. And the third one is cloud services layer. This layer manages authentication, metadata, query optimization, and security policies. It ensures a smooth operations without manual interventions. So any system which is built have storage, have processing, have some authentication. Let's take example of big data platform and big data solution like Hadoop. For storage, we're using Hive or databases. Okay. And then for processing, we're using Spark. We have to do the configuration of Spark. We have to do the configuration of Hive. And then for authentication, we are using like Ranger kind of tools. But here, everything is getting managed in the one platform. So Snowflake is a complete solution for the big data problem. Okay. The separation of compute and storage is what makes Snowflake unique. Different teams can run workloads independently on the same data without interference. Magic. Okay. You got some architectural knowledge of Snowflake? Don't worry. We'll go to UI and we will see the each layer like you can relate it now. There. Okay. So Snowflake offers different editions based on your business needs. Okay. When you onboard in the company, in your organizations. So based on that need, you can suggest the addition to architect basically. Standard edition, base for beginners. First is standard edition. The first edition is standard. Base for beginners include core features like elastic scaling and secure storage. Second one is enterprise edition. Adds extended time travel. Oh, time travel is a feature which use in the HA like high availability and failures. Okay. In the disasters, you need these features. If somebody deletes some data and the production data, you can query that data using time travel. Okay. Better performances and advanced features in the enterprise editions. So most of them are opted in for enterprise editions only. Business critical editions and virtual private Snowflake VPS. Focused on security and compliances, including HIPAA and PCI support, business critical edition. And this virtual private is like fully isolated environment for organizations that require maximum security. Okay. Each edition provides additional features for security, performance, and compliances. So out of these editions, you guys need to think like subscription tiers. These editions like subscription tiers. Choose the one that matches to your company's compliance and performance requirement. Got it? So when you're setting up the account, you will get this option. So this is the diagram you can prefer. What are the key features then? As an admin, you will use some powerful features regularly. What are those? Elastic scaling. What is elastic scaling? Resizing that virtual warehouse instantly. Multi-cluster warehouse. Handled high concurrency without slowing down. Time travel and failsafe. Record data from past states. Zero copy cloning. Create instant copies of databases, schemas, or tables without extra storage. Magic. Automatic optimization. No indexing or partitioning needed. Snowflake optimizes query automatically. Snowflake optimizes query automatically. See the magic. So enough for the introduction. We'll create the Snowflake account and then we'll have the walkthrough of UI.